Hi guys, it's Chanel and welcome back to another episode of In the Kitchen with Chanel DIY Valentine Special. This is the candy special part 2. As you can see, my pecans are all laid out because we are going to make turtles. That's right, my own little spin on turtles. So right here you can put however many nuts as you want, but I just have some of those already placed out. I have them on the parchment paper. Over here we're going to make an easy caramel sauce. So this is one of my go-tos. It's very easy. So what you need to do is you need 1/4 cup of evaporated milk, 1 stick of butter, 1 cup of brown sugar, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. That is it. So let's go ahead and cut the eye on. I'm going to go ahead and add in my brown sugar. I'm adding in my 1 stick of butter. I'm actually going to turn this down a little bit. Okay. And then I'm adding in my milk. That's right, all at the same time. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to give that a quick stir. Let's start. As you can see, it's already starting to melt down. So this may be a little different from your normal caramel recipes, but for this quick candy, this is going to work for you. Like I said, we wanted to do everything that using things that we already have at home if possible to make these DIY projects necessary. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to let that butter melt down. I'll give that a little bit and then we're just going to stir it. We're looking for an amberish color, so I'll give that a little bit and then I'll tap you guys back in. Okay, so the reason that we wanted to stir that up is because we wanted to make sure that all the sugar crystals were stirred in so that it doesn't crystallize. Now you want to keep this kind of low because it will burn. Okay, so now we're just waiting for it to boil up. Once it starts to boil up and change color a little bit, I'll tap you guys back in. I want you guys to see the difference. It's starting to bubble. I am keeping a close eye on it. See the color is changing. It's getting pretty. It's getting pretty. It's getting pretty. So it's almost ready to take off. This one does not take long at all. That's why I like this recipe, and it tastes delicious. That's what we're looking for, guys. I'll give this about 45 more seconds and I'm going to pull it off. Do not add your vanilla while it is still on the eye because it will pop up, it will splash. Remove it and then make sure you step back before you add anything into hot caramel. Please, guys. Okay, so this is the color. We are ready to remove it from the eye. We're going to give it a stir. This is the amber color that you are looking for. And now I'm going to add in the vanilla. So I have my 1 teaspoon of vanilla. We just stir that in. Now I'm actually going to I'm going to let this now that I've stirred in the vanilla, I'm going to let this cool a little bit. So I'm just going to let it sit to the side and cool a little bit. But this is it. This caramel is ready to go on top of our pecans for our turtle pecans. So I'm just gonna let this cool for a little bit, okay? Okay, so here is my sauce. Look at that beautiful sauce, guys. Look at that. Beautiful caramel sauce that was super easy to make. So I let it cool a little bit. Now what I'm going to do is just take a regular old tablespoon, and I'm just going to start, I'll start where you guys can see. I'm just going to start here and kind of drizzle right in the center, okay? So I'm going to continue to do this for all of these on here. While I'm waiting for these to sit up a little bit, to set a little bit, I have my chocolate, my almond bark already in the bowl waiting. I'm going to go ahead, once these have set a little bit and firmed together, I'm going to go ahead and melt my chocolate and give those a drizzle, and I'll get you guys back in to see that. Okay, so I've let my caramel set up a little bit with my candy. I have melted my melted chocolate, and I am just going to use a regular spoon, as you can see, and I'm just going to give it a stir, and I'm just going to go over each one. You could dip these, but I'm just going to give it a drizzle and move on to the next. And move to the next. So why I noticed that I had a lot of caramel left, so I went ahead and I made some almond ones too. So I have pecan and I have almond. And then I still had a little caramel left, so I made it like a little brittle back there that I'll show you guys once I'm done. So I'm just going to continue to do this. And you see, I'm just dropping it on there. Doesn't have to look kind of fancy kind of way. You're just drizzling. You just want to make sure that you are covering all your pecans. I'm going to finish doing that, and then I'll tap you guys right back in. All right, so this is how your finished product should look. All I did was I took a different type of darker melted chocolate and swished it across with the spoon, and then I took white chocolate and did the same thing just to get the effect of it. That's all I did. I'll even grab one for you guys so you can see. There it is. Homemade pecan turtle DIY style. But let's not forget, over here, we have some almonds. Homemade almond turtles, DIY style. Again, I did the same effect. Just almonds, okay? No, you know making candy like that, DIY. I'll wait. I'm just kidding, guys. This is your project number 3. This was the candy a continuation of part 2. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you give this a try. It was easy. It was fun. Oh, and I forgot to show you guys. I also made, over here, I made my version of Reese's peanut butter cups, which are here. I'll put a glove on so I can show you guys. So all I did was the same thing for like the candy before. I took my chocolate, I placed my chocolate in first, and then I took whatever type of filling that you wanted, but I selected peanut butter. I put the peanut butter in the middle, and then on the back of it, I finish it off with the milk chocolate again. So those are peanut butter filled heart cups once I flip them over. Now, let's get these guys all dressed up and cute. All right, so this is how I decided just to package these because they're just so delicious and cute. So I just, because the shapes are funny, I didn't want to try to squeeze them in a cup. So we just put them in a beautiful tin. And there they are. I mixed them up. These are pecan and almond turtles. I hope you enjoyed this video. I thank you for watching. Until next time, I'll see you guys later for the next project on the DIY Valentine mini series. Until next time, guys, peace and blessings. Bye.